Så håper at alle ser skjermen nå. Gi meg gjerne en tommel opp en eller annen. Yes. Så veldig kort rundt Adobe. Adobe Basic to Badass. Veldig fiffig navn. Dette nå en del sesjoner delt over 4 sesjoner. Begynner nå allerede i morgen 12. oktober. Neste sesjon da 24. oktober, så 20. november og 14. desember. Dette egentlig for å ta opp seg litt hvordan man selger Adobe, hvor man får tak på informasjon med veldig mye mer. Så her det veldig fra the basic til badass, rett og slett. For de av dere som selger mye Adobe-lisenser, så anbefaler jeg virkelig på det sterkeste å melde seg på disse 4 sesjonene som går i regi av Altså. Jeg legger som sagt lenken i chatten nå underveis, så copy-paste den og meld dere på. Her det veldig mye nyttig materiale fra Adobe-siden som verdt å få med seg. Så litt kort om Altså Marketplace og da de veiene til rom i forhold til skilling og kursing. Så har jo vi her i samarbeid med Readiness og Altså sentralteam en egen side der vi tilbyr gratiskurs for alle Altså-forhandlere. Så for å gi en liten kort introduksjon til hva som ligger ute nå, så har vi da kurs på AI 900, som et fundamentals-kurs. Vi har innenfor Modern Work, MS 102, MS 900, fundamentals, og så videre. Klikk dere inn, logg dere inn med Altså-brukeren deres, enten om det Altså Cloud Marketplace-brukeren eller da webshop-brukeren deres, så får dere tilgang til disse kursene her sånn. Noen har litt ulike varigheter. Noen går over en dag, og andre går over kanskje flere dager. Men gå inn her, titt på det gjennom da alsosoftware.no og inn på Microsoft Readiness Trainings, så finner dere disse kursene. I tillegg til det så har Altså nå en skilling-kampanje gående som heter Get AI Ready with Also. Vi jo veldig i AI-verden blitt nå, og det mye informasjon der ute, og vi skal jo ikke være noe dårligere. Så her har man nå muligheten til å melde seg opp for å fullføre da AI 900-modulene. Gi tilbakemelding til Gjermund Ottemosås eller Mathias Kristiansen, for vi ønsker å premiere de 5 første som gjennomfører modulene, og kan da få voucher for å ta AI 900-sertifiseringen. Eneste kravet at du deler det på LinkedIn, gir oss beskjed, og da refererer til hashtag altså skillup. Det flotte premier ute å gå. Så tidsperioden for dette da frem til 15. desember, og her melder vi oss da på. Det kan man også da gjøre, som sagt, gjennom alsosoftware.no, gjennom kurs og opplæring, og da har du altså skillup her sånn. Eventuelt også Microsoft Readiness Trainings, som jeg var litt inne på. Så det var egentlig det lille jeg hadde å bidra med litt i dag. Nå ønsker jeg å ønske en varm velkommen til Heine Pedersen i Readiness. Han skal nå ta oss gjennom litt ulike tilbud som gå for oktober-november, og gi oss litt informasjon om skilling og muligheter, samt også ta en liten gjennomgang, en walkthrough, gjennom partnersenter og skilling-veiene der sånn, med tanke på da de 6 ulike Solutions Designations som ligger der. Til informasjon så det helt mulig å stille spørsmål underveis. Rekk gjerne opp en hånd, og så gir jeg dere ordet. Heine helt klar for spørsmål. Heine også en svært dyktig kar innenfor da skilling-segmentet i partnersenter, så her det også muligheter for å kjøre en one-to-one, altså 1-til-1, gjerne i etterkant av sesjonen i dag og fremover. Ta gjerne også kontakt med Altså, hvis dere ønsker å bli satt i kontakt med Heine, eventuelt ta direkte kontakt med Heine. Så, yes Heine, take it away and give us some good news and information regarding skilling topics.
Godmorgen. Jeg håber ikke, at I mener, at I forstår mit dansk, så we will switch to English. I think that is best for all of us. But if you prefer to ask questions in Norwegian, just do it. Thank you for inviting me, Kristian. I simply just want to do one thing before we start. Change my background, because we are in October, and the October also means that we have an opportunity to have an Oktoberfest. So that is the topic for today's session regarding our campaign. I have a few slides that I will show you. I also have a few links that will be shared, or the presentation will be shared with Kristian after the session. And I simply just want to echo, if you have any questions, reach out. I think it would be preferred to have a dialogue instead of me only talking, and there are no stupid questions. So here we go. Can you see my slide? Perfect. Today we will announce that we have actually two campaigns. One with a reduced price on 20% on our unlimited Microsoft training. And I will also introduce you for what we called exams voucher service. That means that including in this subscription, all the people who buy a license, they will get access to also one exams voucher for every course they book. So the first one, the homepage, I can just bring it in. It means that you, for €159, will get access to all the Microsoft course you're able to participate in a year, in a 12-month period. All courses are instructor-led. It's live. It's not pre-recorded. It's not online. It's instructor-led, virtual delivered. All courses are mock-based. It's delivered by an MCT. Many of these courses are also delivered either by a regional lead or an MVP. After the course, if you have the prerequisites and you feel comfortable, you will be able to take an exam, and hopefully you will also pass it. We are having probably 95% of all Microsoft courses. So if we have this link, you see the overview. So there are a few courses that is not including, but all the main courses we have already scheduled, and there will be a schedule going on for the next, actually until summer, and after Christmas, you will have a full scale for whole 2024. We have tried to be as flexible as possible for this product. So you will, as mentioned, have 12 months, but if a person is leaving your organization, or if the person who have the license have been signed off to, they will have a chance to swap after 6 months, and then a new person will also be able to take courses, but he or she will then start a new 12 months period. But it's really attractive, to be honest. If you compare with list price, it's really attractive, and again, if you compare with days, so if one of your colleagues are having a need for more than 3 days, it's actually cheaper to buy a license. Back to my presentation. Here there is a link to our web, where you will find all the courses with description and agenda. So we need to celebrate. We don't need to be around Munich. We need to celebrate the Oktoberfest. So reach out to me or reach out to your local contact person at Also, and simply ask if you need a meeting. Please ask to set up a meeting and talk about how many people do we need to have involved, or simply just book. You can book on the registration page, the Also registration page direct. So the Oktoberfest is referring to the 20% discount, but if you don't manage to take a decision in October, you will still have a chance to get the exams voucher service. So have a free exams voucher embedded in every course you book, and that will also run through November. And again, it's 95 of all Microsoft courses we are delivering. So take and do some action in October, because it's really worth. Secondly, as Kristian was mentioned, a lot of you are probably looking in to find a way to be compliant in these new designations, these 6 solution area. And I have been in over 100 reviews over the past 6 months, helping partners, give them some tips and tricks and share some knowledge, and try to see if you can trust the numbers in the partner center. So if you have a need or if you have any question, again, reach out. It's for free. It's a service that we can take one-to-one in your partner center. You can book it direct with me, or you could book it with Kristian. There has been a lot of good questions when I've done all these reviews. So I do think that we will be able to cover most of these questions you're having, or else we will simply escalate it back to Kristian, and then he might find a person, or he will be able to solve it, or we create a ticket with Microsoft. It might be that there are some you didn't find that these numbers are matching your expectations. So, and then of course we will have a big focus on the skilling part, and also a big focus on how to create a learning path. Because if you are lacking in some areas and you need to start a journey for some of your colleagues, we will be able to help you with that. Just to give you an understanding, it's a half an hour, and we will be covering different things. Like, we start up with, we need to make sure that all your partners is aware that how to associate all your MCIDs into your organization, so you get the recognition and get all the benefits from all your colleagues. That is really important, because if we don't have all the MCIDs as associated into the organization, it definitely doesn't help you. We need to make sure all of these are done right. Next, we will have a focus on assessment. If you don't know it, Microsoft is offering a free assessment. That means if a person in your organization already have earned a certification or have passed an exam, he or she will be able to take an assessment, and then we will have an opportunity to add 12 months on top of that period. And it's for free. I'm not an expert. I've never taken an exam, but I've heard that it should be easier to pass these assessment compared with an exam. So we also open up your partner center and give your status, who is actually able to start to do these assessments that are in Insight. You can see all your earned exams and all your earned certification. And if it's closer than 6 months to renew date, we will be able to tell you who to and knock on the shoulder, say that, hey, please do this assessment so we earn additional 12 months. Then we will have a focus on practice assessment. Probably some of you know Measure Up. Microsoft have now created, I think it's really a great way how to help people to have an understanding about what is the exam around these topics. Like, yeah, you can say if you want to prepare, I thought that Kristian was mentioned the AI 900. You actually have an opportunity to be well prepared and to know all the different areas in this exam. So I actually advise people to go in before the course and also after the course, so you're well prepared. We also, any question, by the way, raise a hand and Kristian can interrupt me, but there might be some of you who already have a question, so please interrupt. No. Then we also try to help you, because some of you probably have some good question related to these designations. As an example, I know many of you are working with modern work. It could be, how do Microsoft do these calculation about the points in CPOR or DPOR? Then we will share some links and show you where you actually see some examples. How do Microsoft do these calculation? So it's actually for self-helping you. So you have a chance to have a way to find these information. But then I will open up my partner center now, so you also try to then you can see what we're doing. We actually start in Insight first, and here you will be able to, just as an example, here as I mentioned, here you would see, here. If you click on View Details and you open up both sector, you will actually be able to see all your certifications here, and you will see the expire date. So just an example, we will go into detail in these numbers. If we go back, of course, we will also be looking into your subscription line. Here you will find the subscription time. So Readiness now have 133 days before we need to renew our. But again, it's important that you are aware of these dates and actually also if you're lacking in some areas and you need to start a journey, we need to have time to educate your colleagues. It could be that you're close to get a designation in Azure, but you don't have all the requirements. And some of these requirements, like AZ104, AZ305, it could also be AZ140. We need to have time to plan these activities. So it's not that you simply just over 1 month just take these certification. So please be aware of that subscription timeline if you're lacking in some of the areas. Of course, we will also have an overview. Where are you? How many points have you earned? I think it's for this audience, most of you are looking into security, Azure, and modern work. So if we open up the modern work, it's here when I refer to if it doesn't match your expectation, we will have a chance to escalate and see why are the numbers not right. And now for modern work, it has never been easier to earn points in the skilling part because you will have a chance to earn points for the MS 900, and Microsoft has also opened up that you can just take a technical assessment to earn the points. So if you don't are in a need to take an expert administrator, you simply just take the Teams meeting and meeting rooms technical assessment.
Just a short question from me, Heine. Is it the same qualification if you are on the enterprise like you are on now, or the SMB, or is it the same?
You can actually swap between SMB and enterprise here. So if you're looking into the SMB, the requirements will be adjusted both for actually all 3 areas. So you can see here you only need to have 2 certified individuals. If we go back to enterprise, then it was requiring 4 individuals to have a maximum.
A quick question.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I'm from runtime. The assessment bit. Did you say that you have to have a certification in the bottom before you can take the assessment? Or
for the modern work?
Yeah, for the modern work,
SMB
for our case. But if you don't have any certified people, don't have like fundamentals or any certifications active at all, can we still take the assessment and get the 15 points?
Yes, you will. Okay. If we open up the skilling part, you can see view details. You simply need to pass this assessment. So you don't need to have MS 700, MD 102, MS 102. It's simply just passing the technical assessment.
So this particular is a change from Microsoft that we have been asking for a long time now. So it should be a bit easier to come through with the points with this assessment regarding take on the expert certification. So I think this is good news for everyone.
You need to be aware that in the partner center, you need to open up for partner university because the assessment is placed on the partner university. Yeah. We will also, if we look into Azure infrastructure.
Just one one comment, Heine. Daniel, I just take it in Norwegian. Du må fortsatt ha MS 900 som en fundamentals før du går over på assessmenten på den advanced. Altså du må ta intermediate først for å gå videre med steget da. Men nå trenger du ikke å kjøre for eksempel da ekspertsertifiseringen på advanced-siden. Nå kan du kjøre assessmenten i stedet, som en enklere vei for å få de 15 poengene, hvis det var forståelig.
Ja, det var egentlig det jeg spurte etter, for da må du ha en sertifisering i bånd.
Du må ha en fundamentals i bånd i det tilfellet her, for eksempel da. Eventuelt 2, som det står.
Yes. Takk.
And it's also worth mentioning that for the modern work, SMB, it's important that you do your own risk management in these areas. So you need to have a buffer. I will advise you to have a buffer, because if this person who have passed the assessment or the certification, if he or she is leaving your organization, then you're lost, because then you don't have point in all 5 areas. So especially for this one, I do think you need to have a buffer. You need to prioritize that. It's easier to earn the points in the intermediate, because that is only one fundamental you need to have. But here, it will also be in the same case for business application. One of the requirements is the PL 600. I also advise people to have a buffer in this. So have at least 2 people. Start with 1, of course, but have a plan to have 2 people. Yeah, we move on to Azure infrastructure. The reason why we mention and highlighting Azure infrastructure is that if you are in a need and want to make advantages of your Azure consumption to earn incentive, Azure incentive, you need to be compliant in the Azure infrastructure. Compared with modern work, if you open up both for the intermediate, you will be aware that there are prerequisites. So before you start earning points, you actually need to have 2 people to be certified in AZ 104, the administrator. And then you can decide in what direction you're going to find these points. We see a lot of people who are going the network engineer way, because it's only 3 days compared with the Windows Server Hybrid Administrator. That is the AZ 800 and AZ 801, and that is at least 8 to 10 days compared with the 3 days. And I don't know, it might be that some of you are working with Azure Stack, then the Azure Stack hub operator could be an option. But be aware that you need to have these prerequisites done before you start earning points, or you can't earn points before. It's the same for the advanced certification. Here you need to have the Azure Solution Architect Expert. So, and referring back to what I was mentioning with the subscription line, if you're lacking in some of these areas, please be aware it takes time, and it might be that you're pretty busy in the business, and it's difficult to take off 1 or 2 of your colleagues to join these trainings. So I recommend that you start early and create a plan. You also need to be aware that for all of the courses, there will be a yearly frequency running. So it's not that every course is scheduled for every month. It might be that the course you're looking into have already been done the month before, and then there will be at least 2 months before the next course will show up. So, and I would be more than happy to help you to create that plan and look into specific scheduled dates. Yeah. So that was sorry.
Just a short question again, but this is regarding the security section. If you click on security and then on the view details on the skilling side, here they say you have to certify 6 people, and in the text underneath they said, I think they said 2 or at least 1. So what's the requirement regarding this? Do you have to certify in total 6 persons, or can you manage with 1 or 2? You know that, Heine?
We need to go into detail in the one-to-one session because they have changed these designations. But I think it's worth mentioning that you can see there are some prerequisites, and then there are some requirements. Each individual, same or above different, should be certified in any one of these certifications listed below. But I will be happy to go into detail. You can also see there are some changes coming up here 1st of December. So we need to take it case by case in security, to be honest. And there are also some people who still have the MS 500. But at least I can say that you need to start with the AZ 500. That will definitely be my best advice. And then we need to create a plan for the additional activities.
Thanks for answering.
Yeah, and that is actually one of the areas where we get most questions because Microsoft has changed a lot in this designation. So, but I will be happy to take in one-to-one for those partner who needs more information. But definitely, I know from Denmark that the designation where we see less activity is actually security. So, and I think it's one of the most important area, and where you also, I think there are some good opportunity related to security in these days. So I advise a lot of the modern work partners also try to dive into security, and of course also Azure partner. Yeah. But that was just a quick intro to what you could or what you can expect if we book a one-to-one review in the partner center. And for the Oktoberfest, reach out. And I know that some of the courses that is already planned through also group, it might be that you find it interesting if you have passed one of the fundamental and then take the next step. And I know there is a difference because many of these activities are for free. But for some of you, it might be interesting also to move above what is already planned from Also Group. So I think it more or less it was the information from my side. Of course, my presentation and the links will be shared. But there must be some questions.
Come on, everyone. If you have some questions, you should use Heine now. If not, just send him the direct email afterwards, or contact me for further questions if you want to. So just to have a wrap up, thank you, Heine, for participating today with a lot of good information regarding skilling and those Oktoberfest offers for October and November. It was a pleasure to have you with us, and for you, everybody all, Heine will probably participate also in the future with some more information regarding skilling and topics. So I think this would be very nice as well. So switching back to Norwegian now, just to wrap up. Så alle sammen, håper dere har fått dratt nytte av informasjonen fra Heine med tanke på kurs og skillingløp og muligheter. Som han nevnte, vi vil dele PowerPoint-presentasjonen. Når jeg har fått den av han, så deler jeg den i chatten her sånn. Eventuelt så sender jeg den ut til alle deltakere i etterkant. Som også skrevet i agendaen, så kjører vi i dag også en loddtrekning av 2 vouchers for dere som har deltatt. Dette kommer jeg til å kjøre i etterkant av møtet. License, sorry Heine. 2 license, 2 lisenser mot å ta eksamen. Det vil jeg kjøre etterkant av møtet, og vil også komme tilbake til alle for å annonsere de 2 vinnerne. Og ta altså direkte kontakt med vinnerne angående hvordan vi går fram videre. Utover det så vil jeg også bare fortelle litt kort om veien videre med kaffepraten. Har et lite ønske nå om å endre litt på hvordan det har vært tidligere. Så fremover nå så kommer vi til å kjøre kvartalsvise konkurranser, og også en konkurranse i desember hvert eneste år, som egentlig går på antall deltakelser. Så for hvert kvartal vil jeg da alltid, og i hver kaffepratsesjon, vil jeg alltid telle hvor mange ganger du har deltatt i kaffepraten, for det gir deg ett lodd. Så hvert kvartal vil vi annonsere noen vinnere av noen kule premier, og så blir det kanskje en litt større premie da i desember, som tar for seg alle deltakelsene du har hatt da i løpet av et kalenderår. Stort sett så jo kaffepraten 1 gang i måneden, og det skal den nok fortsette å være litt til. Så totalt her nå så har man muligheter til å få 12 lodd for trekningen mot en god premie da mot slutten av året. Samt at de vil også da telle inn mot de kvartalsvis konkurransene. Så her det bare å melde seg på, spre ordet. Gjerne kom også med tips. Hvis det ulike temaer dere ønsker at vi skal belyse i kaffepraten fremover, så gjør vi selvfølgelig også gjerne dette her. Så det var litt om kaffepraten. Jeg kommer også for så vidt til å slette da den gamle kaffepratinvitasjonen, og heller begynne å sende ut månedlige invitasjoner til alle, i stedet for at det recurring. Så dere i hvert fall klar over det. Til slutt så ønsker jeg også å oppfordre til å melde dere på roadshow. Det jo rett før roadshowene i byene Kristian, Bergen og Oslo. Gå inn, alsosoftware.no, klikk dere inn på Altså Cloud Roadshow høst 23, og se på agendaen, og så meld dere på. Kule for året nå at vi involverer leverandører. Microsoft, Acronis og WinSecure kommer til å stille. Og det en rød tråd i at vi kommer til å ha full fokus på sikkerhet. Men selvfølgelig, Copilot kommer til å bli nevnt, og AI kommer til å bli nevnt i store mengder. Jeg vet at for de av dere som nå veldig interessert i Copilot, så vil Microsoft annonsere en hel del god informasjon, både i forhold til hvordan dere nå, før Copilot blir lansert, kan gjøre litt fra deres side for å imøtekomme Copilot best mulig. Litt sånn i opprydning, attendant, litt sånn filer, dokumenter og så videre. Så her det mye knakende bra informasjon som kommer til å komme, og det som sagt mye fokus på sikkerhet da, i AI og Copilot. Så meld dere på. Kristiansand 24. oktober, Bergen 25. eller da Oslo på Telegrafen 2. november. Så takk til alle deltakere. Nå greide vi akkurat å holde oss innenfor disse 3 kvarterene som var satt opp, så det helt perfekt. Dukker det opp noen spørsmål videre, så det bare å ta kontakt med meg. Eventuelt også bare ta direkte kontakt med Heine. Kontaktinformasjonen hans kommer også i denne PowerPointen. Bruk han for alt det har vært til både prating om skilling og løp, men også da partnercenter som han var inne på. Så takk for følget. Ønsker alle en fortsatt fin uke. God oktober. God Oktoberfest. Så snakkes vi. På gjensyn.
Hei, hei.